welcome to another video. In this video, we're going to talk about the 3 pillars of dating confidence. Now, what do I mean by that? The 3 pillars of dating confidence, those are the 3 most important pillars. You have to have them down, and if you have all 3 of them down, you will have dating confidence. You'll always have options. You can have a relationship, if that's what you want. You can date around, you can have fun, like whatever you want. Get these 3 pillars down, and then you can have that. So, without further ado, let's jump into it. Number 1, it all starts with this. The very first one is skills. What do I mean by skills? It's just the outer skills, the behavior that you're demonstrating. So that means, are you approaching? That means, when you're on a date, what do you do? It really means like the skill of communicating with a woman, the skill of all of this, the skill of dating, basically. And this video, it's not going to be long, so I'll surely run through skill. It starts with the skill of approaching. That's the very first thing. You need to have the skill to approach. There's 2 ways to approach women. First one is direct, where you just start off straight with a compliment so she knows exactly what your intention is and why you are there. The other one is indirect, which is where you're not going to give her a compliment and show your interest straight away. You're just going to strike up a conversation, and then throughout the conversation, you'll figure it out. Now, both have pros, both have cons. The pro of a direct opener is that, especially if you're just beginning with this, there's no confusion why you are there. It's straight, you put your balls on the table, it's like, yo, what's up, this is me, that's why I'm here, do you want it, yes or no? If she says yes, then amazing, you have a conversation. If she says no, okay, boom, you're out. As you're getting more experienced in dating, then I recommend you start doing more the indirect open, which is where you're going to make an observation, a statement, or anything in that sense. Why? Because if you do that, then you're having a conversation, you can build attraction without putting all the validation on her, without telling her that you already like her. So, as you get more experience, you can do more indirect, which would be like, hey, you know what I noticed about you? You have a very good sense of fashion. Like, what are you? You're fashionista? Or maybe that's even too much of a compliment. You can even be like, hey, do you know what I noticed about you? You look very, very, very Romanian. Whatever. Direct, indirect. Start with direct. So that would be, hey, excuse me, I saw you walking. I thought you looked pretty cute. I wanted to meet you. Boom. Okay. Now, conversation skills. Second part of having actual skills. You need to know how to have a conversation. Question, statements, jokes, teases, all these things you have to understand. I'll explain these 4. Questions, it's obvious. Where are you from? What do you like to do for fun? Any question works, just to have a conversation going. Statements, it's where you make a statement about her. You observe, she is holding like 10 shopping bags. You're like, damn, you're sure on a shopping spree, aren't you? Statement, she's like, yeah, I am, I started buying this, blah blah blah. That's how you get the conversation going. Teases is where you tease her for something. So you ask her, hey, what's up, how you doing, what are you doing today, shopping, okay. You ask her like, did you any luck with the shopping? She's like, yeah, I bought this. And she's gonna show you what she bought, and you're like, are you sure? And you do it with a big smile on your face so she knows that you're messing with her. Teasing, very important. So that's conversation. Now, from conversation, you go to leading. It's a skill you're gonna have to have. You lead her to the date. You lead her by grabbing her number. You lead her on the date. You lead her from location to location, and you lead her to your bedroom, and you lead her in the bedroom. You lead her the whole time. It's your duty as a man. If you want to have her, you're gonna have to show initiative and show leadership. The skill of leadership, it's really about experimenting, doing it, and assuming that it's gonna work. So if you're at a place and you want to move to a different place, you just say like, yo, let's finish our drink and then we go to a different place. I know a place around, I wanted to see. That's it. She will follow you, dude. She will. Now, that skill, those are basically the most important skills, and in another video I can go more in depth, but for now this is the most important. So approach, conversation, leading. If you get these 3 down, you have the skill part down. If you have the skill part down, you can get successes. You can get someone, you can get options, you can start dating around, basically. The second pillar of dating confidence is purpose. You need to have a purpose in your life. You need a purpose besides getting a girlfriend, chasing women, whatever that is. Like, you need a purpose beside that. For me, personally, my purpose is to help men to get the dating life that they want, because I struggled with this myself when I was younger, and I have been in the trenches. I've had my fair amount of rejections. I've done risky things. I've done it all, dude. I've seen a lot. I have seen a lot. And I know that this is possible for you as well. And because I struggled with it, I wish I had someone who could help me with it back then. It's why I feel it's my purpose to help you with it. So that's my purpose. That's what I'm focused on. That's why I'm making a lot of content. I'm making videos. I'm coaching guys. I'm putting in my soul into this to make everything that I do as best as possible to really be able to help you. That's my purpose. Why is purpose so important in this? Because if you're going to make her the most important thing in your life, then what's going to happen is you're going to lose her. Because she feels this and she doesn't want to be the most important thing in your life. She wants a man who's focused on his mission, on his purpose. That's what's attractive. Not a man that's so focused on her. Of course, love her, be with her, care for her. But your mission and your purpose, that's the most important thing in life. Now, in practice, what that would look like, I mean, before we go into practice, like, you've seen the movies, right? Where there's this man and they go to war, you know, and the woman, she's like, baby, don't go. Do you have to go? Stay with the children. And the man, he looks at the woman and he's like, no, baby, I have to go. This is my duty. And he takes off. And the woman, she's like, oh, wow. There's a reason for that, because this man is on purpose. Now, that would look the following in your life. If you're busy with your purpose, if you're busy with your own thing, with what's important to you, girls become a side thing, which means you're going to give them a little bit less attention, which means that you're not going to put that much importance on them. And the less importance you put on them, whilst you have the skill, whilst you're taking action, the better your results are going to be. The less you invest in her, the more she's going to invest in you. And if she doesn't invest in you, you're not that bothered because you're focused on your purpose. So you don't even have time to be thinking about all that. And that's how you get the girls who are actually investing in you. They will come to you. So then not only do you get a lot of options, you get good options. Girls that are investing. That is why purpose is important, because your focus will be on your purpose and not on the girls. And the less you focus on girls, the less you focus on getting a girlfriend, the higher your chances are of actually getting it, if you take the first pillar and you keep taking action. So, first pillar, action, skills. And the second pillar is, of course, purpose. The third pillar, this is where everything comes together, is the most important pillar. And this pillar is identity, frequency, energy, vibe. What do I mean? Even if you have no skills, even if you don't have purpose, if you got this down, you will have successful dating life. There's a lot of men out there who don't have skills, don't have a purpose, don't have money, looks, whatever, and they are crushing it. They have a girlfriend whenever they want. Why? Because of this one thing, identity. You are shaping reality every day as you go, with your thoughts, with your emotions, with your actions. And if you have an identity of someone that's not successful with women, then it doesn't matter if you know the strategies and if you know exactly what you're doing. If your identity deep down inside, you're needy, scared, you feel insecure, you really feel like you're a loser, you're not good with girls, then it will not work. You'll have some successes here now and then, but it will not consistently work. You won't be able to have a long-term relationship. You won't be able to date like 5-6 women at the same time for a longer period of time. You won't be able to do that. Why? Because of the following reason. There is this thing which is called a self-fulfilling prophecy, What it means is what you hold to be true, what beliefs you hold to be true, they become true. If you believe you're a loser, you're not good with women, and you have a woman around you, you're going to sabotage yourself. Because like, I don't believe this cannot be true. So it works in very, very subtle ways. But it also works the other way around. If you actually believe that you're the motherfucking shit, that you're the most amazing guy that she could ever have, if you believe you're truly God's given gift and that she is so lucky to spend some time with you, brother, she will feel this too. You're creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. She is gonna feel like that as well. She's gonna feel like, wow, this man is amazing. I'm never gonna find anything better than him. So that's why identity is so important. How do you change identity? This video is way too short for me to completely explain how deep identity level change works, but what I can do is I can walk you through it really quickly. A couple of things. One, action. You need to find proof of your new identity. So you start with the first thing, which is create a new identity. Write it out. Who do you want to be? How does he feel? How does he behave? How does he walk? What is his body language? What does he think? What does he say? All these things. You write it out exactly so you have a very clear image of who it is that you want to become. Then you are going to read that every day. Program your brain. I am this, I'm that, I'm this. And as you're reading it, you're feeling it. I am. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take the appropriate action. You're going to do the right things that this version of you would do. And if you start doing that, then you're going to get reference experiences. So you do this and you see like, whoa, hey, that actually went pretty well. You find proof. You're like, you see, I am this guy. I can be this guy. I can allow myself to be this guy. So the more action you take, the more proof you're going to find. You're going to combine this with not only reading it every day, but visualizing, closing your eyes for 10 minutes and really visualizing who you want to be, how you want to feel, what you want to have. Like the ideal man that you want to become. You're going to close your eyes and really feel like, really feel it. Thereby, you're going to program your brain even more into this new identity. And you're going to take more action. So it's a combination of doing this inner work and really programming your mind. Really becoming familiar with this version. What would it feel like? How does it feel like? All these things. Becoming very familiar. Rewiring your brain. And then combining it with actual action in the outside world. And creating a feedback loop. Like, hey, you see, this is going pretty well. Hey, you see, I can be confident. Hey, you see, I can allow myself to be whoever I want to be. And that's how you get deep level identity change. It's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy. It's just super possible. All you need to be is committed, put your hat to it for a couple of months, and in a couple of months you can be a completely different man with a completely different life. So, that's it. 3 pillars of a confident dating life. Pillar number 1, skill. Pillar number 2, purpose. Pillar number 3, deep identity level change. As always, if you have any questions, comment it under this video and I'll make a video about it. And don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel.